Hey, this is Nikia. I am 1/3 of RealTlk News with DJ Roro and Joshua Pearson. You can find me at It's Just Nikia on any social media platform, including Facebook and Instagram. And I would like to personally thank you for tuning into the weekly Relapse.
You are listening to the Weekly Relapse with your host, Skylar Potter.
The day is done. Let's party, junkies. It's good for your soul. Every now and then it's lose control. So please don't be scared. Come and dance if you dare.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Weekly Relapse. I'm Skylar Potter. That song is Beat Bodega. They're my buddies out of Austin, Texas. They're badass. Love it. And I got Nikia with me. What's up, dude?
Hey, we've been trying to do this for a long time.
Yeah, because I missed the RealTlk News radio, but that was so much fun. We used to do that.
We used to do that every week.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
3 times a week. I missed it. It's
Yeah.
been a minute, but
You guys are still pumping them out, though. Y'all have the
We
video
are.
aspect now?
We do have the video aspect. You can find us on Facebook at RealTlk News, and that's talk without the A, so just TLK. You can search us at hashtag RealTlk. Again, my handles are at It's Just Nikia, and that's Nikia. We're cranking it out every other Saturday, so you can check us out. I still hang out with you all the time, though, because we do comedy together.
Yeah, you're a stand-up comedian. Dude, you are killing it, by the way.
Man, I'm loving the energy.
Anytime you're showing up, I'm like, dude, I can't, it's so much fun. And, I make sure I introduce you.
It's your sets always get me, I think, because you have such a strong, immediate presence with the crowd. Off top, there's just, this energy that circulates between you and the crowd. And, even if it's a slow start to a set, you have such a really good pickup. So, watching you and Matt is, those have to be my favorites.
And Matt is crushing it.
He is so good.
We were talking about it last night, me and George, the other comedian, George the High Guy.
George the High Guy. His stories are essential. In the way he presents himself, I think he has such a commanding presence.
He cracked me up yesterday. I was talking about, he was saying something about how he had to go, he worked on cell phone towers or network towers, and then he was like, I had to travel a lot. It's like, that sounds like a lot of work just to, be able to travel. I want to travel, but that sounds like a lot of work. He's like, I don't know, man, got my ass licked in 5 states. I was like, you're the fucking craziest person I've ever met, man.
That sounds exactly like something you would say, off top. For sure. Matt is, man, I have nothing but high praise.
You got to do his podcast, too. I need to do it. I've just been.
Yes.
Whenever he started it was in Canyon, and then it's just usually whenever he has one, a spot available, I'm doing one over here.
Well, I was on Facebook earlier, and I saw him promoting it, and I was like, what? Matt?
Clemente's Corner, man.
Right, and
Plug.
It just sounds like somewhere you want to be.
And he's just, the shit he says, when you just hang out with him, he'll just say, the weirdest stuff.
He's probably
just
the coolest
genuinely
guy.
A funny guy.
He really is. He's naturally funny.
Positive.
I think he has a great swagger about him. He's so honest. He's so raw. And it's just, knowing Matt personally, you definitely want to do the show.
His drive has made me, he's like, I gotta go to the gym. I gotta do that. I can't drink for a month. I told myself I can't do that. I went and bought a fucking bike. I've been riding as much as possible. It's all because of his influence on,
And he is such a, I think he does
very
have.
positive.
He really is. He's such an upbeat guy. And he's so honest with his beliefs and who he is as a person. I think there's such a real authenticity.
And he will not hold
him.
it back. That's one of the most beautiful, because him and I disagree on a lot of things when it comes to life. The big ones that, he's religious and I'm an atheist.
Right.
But, we've never gotten, into an argument about it. He'll just be like,
but
I think you're wrong. And I'm
I
think you're wrong.
Yeah, and I think having that, that's a discussion Matt and I have had before. And, knowing just how, open he is with himself. And, I feel like Matt's been in the space that I've been trying to come to for, the past year.
Let's just make this a brag on Matt podcast.
I think we have to. Deadass, I when I think about Matt, I deadass think, this is the kind of person I want to be. He's so
He's been motivating me, and he's only been doing it a year.
I never thought I'd see you ride a bike. I came over here the other night just to stop in. He was like, oh, yeah, I just went for a 6-mile bike ride. I said, who the fuck am I talking to?
Yeah, it's only because I want to continue drinking, and I want to lose a little weight. So I don't want to give up the booze yet. So I know that's the next step.
He was just like, yeah, my legs are sore. I was like, who the fuck? Who
I was walking like an asshole.
Who let you purchase a bike? I was confused on so many
you should have seen the dude when I asked him. I was like, can I get this, help me put this in the car. He's like, you're gonna fucking buy it? No, dude.
No, like
good
dead
prank.
ass.
Good prank. All right, good one.
Skylar looks sometimes like your disabled uncle that was a former alcoholic. Like, you just shouldn't
or like a
be.
vet. Like,
You just look like you would die from physical activity.
You definitely don't want to talk to me. Like, you don't start a conversation like, so the military, am I right? Like, that's not like, you're like, don't talk to him about anything like that.
Yeah, like he looks like that guy you avoid in grocery stores. Just like the slightest thing
You
can push him off
always
the
have a
edge.
suspicion that I have a bunker.
Yeah,
you just think
like,
I do.
You assume you're crazy to a degree, and no one knows. Like, those are all the elements you get from Skylar. But at the same time, when you talk to him, it's just like, it's like a teddy bear.
Me and George were talking about this. Like, anytime you see like your mailman could be that guy who has like a bunker with like, this wall's dedicated to ammo and this wall's nothing but food, and but he's kind of off the grid because he just walks around all day. He doesn't talk to anybody. Like, nobody knows this man.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I used to work at the post office in the plant, and like, the carriers were, talkative, but they didn't have to be. Like, you could dead ass just come in and get your little mail.
I bet they're talkative because they're like, I'm about to be alone for 8 hours.
Yeah, they would be in there fucking chatting. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Like, how are the kids? Where's the dog? They'd be sorting their mail out.
They upgraded me to the van. I don't have to do the box. I got the van now. So
I really wonder about those conversations.
I'm really moving on.
No, like on some cool. Like, I really wonder about this conversation. Like, there have got to be some pissed off carriers. Like, bitch, I'm riding around, no AC, ain't got no motherfucking door. Dogs is running at me. I can't even lock myself in this car in case of an emergency.
One of my favorite people on the planet is our UPS guy for my work. Like, he's just one of the coolest dudes.
Like, I just have to, if you're at the post office, and then like but then you're like, Karen, oh, this bitch gets to deliver downtown. She's got a nice little minivan, listens to her music all day from the car surround sound. I'm holding onto my headphones. I would be like, there has to be some animosity there. I want
to see one mailman like dancing down this, like, as like just having a good time. Like, not like,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
One time.
I don't think
it'll happen once.
I don't know. Like, it's so fucking hot outside, and then you have that complex I just told you about. Like, I bet if they did a Real Housewives of the United States Postal Service,
it'd be a boring show.
We would fucking see what went down between those van situations.
Could you imagine like a one of those
missorted mail? Like, can you imagine like
a reality show based around mailmen?
I could watch it. Like, Carl's
why you driving through this is my block.
Right,
why you driving through
Carl's
here?
Gonna go over there and be like, Dan pissed me off yesterday by disrespecting my wife at the barbecue, so I put his mail out of order.
Yeah. Yeah, I got him good.
Yeah, you just cut the green screen. Am I ashamed? No.
That's like it's so scary that people are cool to just sit there in that situation forever. Like, I worked for Walmart for 40 years. It's like, why? Why did you do that?
Like, for what?
Damn,
and some
man.
people, like, when the Postal Service, I guess, was like really, really booming, some people like came straight out the military and was like, to serve my country further, I'm gonna be a mailman. Like, it was so serious.
Yeah, they were like, it's because people needed their mail.
And there are still people.
But now there's email.
Right? Like, they don't even, but they are like still there telling you just how dedicated they were and how their dads came up there to that damn post office. And it's a lot. It's a lot that goes down. I would like to see it from the carrier's perspective and then the people that work inside, because we were always on a 10. Like, your packages were never handled correctly. We ripped up some of your mail. Sometimes it was on purpose.
I bet there's some funny people that work there, because when I worked in a restaurant, dude, like, the cooks are genuine. Most of the time, they're funny fucking people.
And as you know, the last restaurant I was working with was Cheddar Scratch Kitchen, and I have to say the cooks there have to be my favorite. I would come in, like, they would be playing music, like chopping up vegetables. People would be dancing, like, and they would engage you, like, hey, how are you doing? How's your day? But the staff was like that, basically all in the back.
I just remember Red Lobster. It was back whenever, like, maybe like the Carter 3 came out.
Oh gosh. So what was that? Was that? Oh, I'm trying to think of a song from the Carter 3. Oh.
Maybe.
No. It's on the tip of my tongue. A song from the Carter 3. Wow. I'm gonna have to go to my phone. I'm so disappointed in myself. I have songs from the Carter 3.
Which Carter was the one with the lollipop on it?
No, that was like Carter. That wasn't. I don't even think that was from a Carter series.
I just know it was around that time.
Around the lollipop era.
Yeah.
I think that might have been Carter 4.
All I know is that one of the cooks, it was a manager, anytime anybody put one of those songs on, because I didn't listen to hip hop back then.
You had virgin ears.
I just listened to death metal back then. That was it. if you put like a song that he liked on, he would automatically come back to the kitchen so he could listen to it, and he'd start helping on the line. So that's how you got a smoke break. So we ended up just playing that music like all the time, because that way he'd always be in the kitchen as much as possible listening to music, and we could get like a 15-minute smoke break without actually having to get in trouble for it. Like, I'll run the trash while you're running, Fry. You seem to go. I'll go take out the trash. Get like a 15-minute smoke break, maybe hit a joint or something. Like that was like the funnest.
I can't tell you how many
Restaurant
restaurants
work
I've
sometimes
worked in.
can be fun.
No, like I can't tell you how many restaurants I worked at, and I won't say their names because I'm a ride or die.
Well, yeah.
But we definitely hit.
I was 18 when I worked at Red Lobster. It's been 10 years.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been that long for me. This would hit super close to home. People that know me might start going down the list, but all I'm gonna say is it was not uncommon for us to step out and get high and then come back in and try to do the rest of our shifts.
Dude, I can't think of a single restaurant that wasn't like that I worked for.
Like, we just went out in the back and we were like, yeah, this is the time. You know what sounds fun? Fire that shit
And
up.
speaking, like I said, cooks are super funny. Like, I think that a lot of them could be comedians. You know what I mean? Like, just if they wrote it down. And also, I wanted to ask you, like, what is your writing process even like? Because you go up there with a full idea from start to finish. You rarely jump from topic to topic to topic. You go up there with, like, this is a story about this one thing.
Basically, and I try to do that. And sometimes I feel like going forward in this next particular set that I might jump around. But a lot of times there's one song I always start with, and it's "Happy Feelings" by Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, and it is probably, I don't know how to it is a mood, it is a vibe.
You like have it on in your headphones?
Yes.
Like when we tell you that you're on deck?
Yeah. So it's just like and I'm focused in, and I kind of run through like some recent events, and most of the stories I tell are just factors of my own life, and then I'm able to make jokes off of that.
So you don't actually sit down and write?
And rarely do I actually sit down and write. I bullet point.
I wish I sat down and would write more. But
I really want to develop it, and for me, like, the practice of writing out now is about having the sets later.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to get into that habit. The show I did at Whiskey River was the first one I'd actually written out start to finish.
Yeah. It crushed.
It felt smoother. It felt a lot smoother. So I think for me, it's going to be more about getting my feet wet and getting more comfortable with the scene and deciding, what my confidence levels are and what I feel I can step into.
Also, I have fake confidence. I'm terrified when I'm up there. I just make eye contact and smile.
I'd never look at who
nod.
comes with me. If I
do that.
Yeah,
never
if I bring a party and
because you assume that their smiles are fake. They're like
not
laughing
only
at you.
that,
Almost.
it's like sometimes I'm clowning their asses.
That's
So,
really hard. Like I've had my mom in the room before.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm like when I've made more than enough jokes like when I've had people in the audience about people in the audience.
Have you ever did they know you were going to do that?
No, nobody's ever known. And that's another thing. I never share my material and I never practice in front of people. It doesn't matter.
I share mine. I
Yeah.
won't cuz it's like a field test.
No, I understand. Yeah, but I never share it and I never practice it. In front of people, I practice it by myself.
I do it on Xbox Live. Like I just pitch it to dudes
see,
on
that's,
Xbox Live.
That's a good one. I like that idea.
Like, oh yeah, I've been working on this joke.
Tell me what you think,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's still anonymous. I fuck with that. I'm gonna have to check.
Yeah,
No, that's
and I'm
good
playing
shit.
PUBG or Rocket League. But the bad thing about that, and you'll see if you're gonna be at the 806 on Wednesday, you'll see definitely the bad thing about that is I have jokes about PUBG now. Like,
wow,
you know what I mean?
I gotcha.
Like I'm talking about how I get angry or something, but the whole story just relies around like 30 seconds of a PUBG game.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get so I never share, but I think as I go forward and just kind of see more of my element, then my style will change, and hopefully I'm writing out more for the purposes of keeping them. But I always go out not knowing how people are going to react to anything I'm saying.
I think it's a good idea to write it down because there's a lot of them that like a lot of jokes that I have that I forget. I'll forget that I have them, and so whenever you flip back through that book, you're like, oh shit, dude! Like
And this
that
is
was
funny,
That
like-
was a 10. Like I forgot. Like I only did it once.
That's gonna kill, right? And so like I'm really, really, really trying to write them all out and just hold on to them for
Yeah.
that purpose of going back. What if I don't write new material?
Get you like a little Harriet the Spy journal and just jot them down. I spend too much money on journals. I can tell you, just get the cheap ones. I bought these fucking leather bound ones because I was like,
such a- I
I'm
am
about
such
this.
I am a tech freak. Like everything is in my hand. Notes, grocery list, like it's
So
all on my
you'll
phone.
probably put it on your phone. You'll type it out on your phone.
The only thing I write out is poetry, and I don't know why that is. I really don't.
I like writing. I tried the computer. I'm bad.
I know, Grandpa.
Dude,
I get it.
okay,
I
hey,
get it.
listen,
Rick and
easy,
Morty style.
Easy. I got all this set up, didn't I? But no, I can't type that well. You know, and then on my phone it's worse. And then I feel the need to have it spelled correctly. You know what I mean?
Skylar's gonna be in that grandpa that holds on to this studio, and he's gonna bring his grandkids in here. And he's gonna be like, "Wait, you don't want kids, so you're gonna bring
Nah.
someone else's kids in here."
That's weird though. Yeah, I'm
you're
like
gonna bring someone else's kids in here. And
like
be
my
like,
friends' kids. But like, dude, I told you your dad has cool friends.
Right now, you're gonna be upset. You're gonna sit up here and be like, "Look, you unappreciative little shit. I want to see you set this shit up."
Yeah.
Huh? Like,
It's like, have you seen that video of the kids trying to open a can with the can opener? It takes them like
they
10 minutes.
couldn't do it.
Dog,
I thought it was self-explanatory.
bro.
Nobody taught me how to use
there-
a can opener. I fucking wanted some mixed fruit one day, and I went in there and I said, "This is what I see him using. I wonder how it works."
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Now that I said that, mixed fruit in a can goes hard. Might need to get some of that. You know, CVS had a sale. This is a fucking deal, okay? 2 packs of Capri Suns, and they don't even have to be the same flavor.
Okay, it wasn't 10 minutes, but the video's 2 minutes long. It's too long.
I fuck with it.
Watch how there's a group of kids watching her.
Nobody knows how to open it. It takes two fucking minutes.
That's
God
crazy.
damn, like there's a whole handle,
So, yeah.
girl. If you turn it,
Could you imagine? Like, have you seen? Like, there's all kinds of stuff like that. Like kids looking at old phones. Like, what did you do with this? Like, we're moving into a scary time, man.
well, and it's not even that I expect them to know, but certain things, like I said, just self-explanatory. I walked in and literally was like, "Huh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get some
I
of this
wanted to
mixed
make some
fruit
tuna.
today."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna get whatever I came in here for today.
SpaghettiOs never. They didn't always have
Oh
that
my
tab.
gosh.
They didn't
I
always
just
have
got
that
some
little pull tab.
SpaghettiOs the other day. They went hard as fuck, and somebody put me on to putting Cheeto Puffs on top of them. Like dead ass, it's
That
delicious.
sounds great.
No, it's actually delicious. It's very delicious. That same day, CVS had a deal for 2 packages of Capri Suns. That's 20 Capri Suns for $4.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
great deal.
fucking steal.
That's a great deal.
I cashed in immediately. I was like, "Oh, fuck it up."
I had to stop buying shit like that at the grocery store because like I was buying those Hugs drinks, the little barrel with the
I
aluminum.
remember those. I hated the shit out of them.
I loved them, dude. Well, I
I
hated them as a
hated 'em.
kid. As an adult, I was
Yeah,
like, oh man, look
I-
at this. So I was buying
So,
every
like,
time I
that-
went to the grocery store. I'd buy some, and then I'd buy like I had like snacks. It looked like I was grocery shopping for me and my children. And I
Yes.
was like, dog, that's not a good look. Like,
yeah, like dead ass. Like I was in CVS. I was like, I guess I'm a 2-year-old. I got some Chips Ahoy in this bitch. Got some SpaghettiOs.
I'll get jealous. Like, I'll be a toot and totem, and I'll get jealous of what people in front of me are purchasing. They're like, I have some hot Cheetos, hot fries, Snickers, and then they get like a sweet tea or something, like or like something like a juice to be healthy.
Right. I
And I'm
hate
like,
that
and you
shit.
you guys, like, they'll sustain off that. That'll be fine. I'm like, I'll die if I just eat that. I'll die. Like, there's no way. I need something else. I can't just snack anymore.
It's just.
I don't even like chips. I'm at a point where I don't even fucking like chips anymore. I can't just buy a bag of chips and enjoy them.
You know, like, speaking of things we don't enjoy, I always like to air my dirty laundry in very public places. So, it seems like a good time.
It's fun stuff, yeah.
No, it's gonna. I mean,
drama. I'm just kidding.
This is an adult theme. But things you don't enjoy. Last night was a little rough for me. Okay, and so, like, when I can't sleep, I either smoke or I masturbate. Like, I do one of two things. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna like.
Did not see this coming.
Like, no, like, hold on, like, bear with me. So, like, I was gonna watch porn. I've never been, like, an avid porn watcher. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I get
I just feel
bored.
bad for the people.
Like, I don't know if I get bored. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I have one, like, I'm very basic with this shit. I don't want to see anything like, very basic with this shit. And I've never, like, had a problem just being like, okay, boom, like, that's dope. I'm
So-
great.
So you had to just end up smoking all night.
Exactly. I don't enjoy porn anymore. And it really fucked me up.
You're like, I'm just bored.
because
At some point, you're just like, dude, I feel bad for these people.
right, like I just couldn't. I don't enjoy it anymore, and it just like really, really fucked me up. And I thought of a joke about it for an upcoming set, just like because I think I don't want to say too much because we'll see what happens when I do this set.
Yeah, because you don't share material. Yeah.
We'll see what happens when I do this set because I thought of a joke, but it really, really fucked me up because I was like, okay, so I have no weed. It's too late for me to get weed, and I couldn't do that either. So like,
I guess I'll just watch Cartoon Network.
I did, like, and that's the thing. Like, have you ever been like so tired of like the same monotonous activities? You kind of don't want to do those either. So I didn't want to watch TV. I didn't want to be on my phone. Like,
Yeah, I've been there, man.
yeah,
like
like-
The Office. Like I
love that show.
Yeah, I know, but I watch it too much. And then I don't watch movies very often because I can't commit that much time in one sitting to sit down and watch an
I get what
entire
you're
movie.
saying.
I haven't seen any.
I've only known like
of the
one
new
other
superhero
person
movies.
like that. None of them.
None of the new ones. I think like I
Shit, Black
Like-
Panther was so good.
haven't seen that. I haven't seen.
Deadpool 2.
I haven't
I'm
even
going
seen
to
the
see
first
that.
Deadpool. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
No,
Like, it
you
goes
shut the
back.
fuck
It goes
up.
back. Like
You shut the
I just
fuck
don't
up.
watch movies anymore, and I used to collect them. I used
You
to
haven't
love
seen the
movies.
first- My God.
But it's something about like if I commit that much time, then as soon as that movie's over, I'm gonna be like, well, the day's pretty much shot. Like I'll just keep
I
doing
get what
this.
you're saying. Yeah, no, I
And I
definitely
won't write.
understand that.
I wouldn't do a podcast.
There's
that
no.
day.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's no
It's
productivity
either
based
a
on
movie or a podcast.
I feel that way when I like if I get off from work and I had plans to maybe write or do whatever, like a variety of things. But if I like start dead ass watching TV and sit down,
Yeah, you
I'm-
come home and
I'm-
kick the TV on. Like I'll watch this for 10 minutes.
right,
It's-
and that never happens.
episodes.
Right, so I get what you're saying for sure.
and then it's hard to find something. If you find something new, then you binge watch, and so you're stuck. So I would just put the same shit on, so I
get-
don't care about it.
and then
so
you can just move on.
I just watch nothing but The Office and that '70s show.
That's sad as fuck. Who thought 20, 30 years ago, like when we grew up,
We would not want to watch TV.
that we would have a complex like we couldn't even operate? Be like, honestly, if I start watching TV, I'm not gonna get shit done
This shit
today.
can't be healthy. Like the
it
way
can't be at all. Like there's no reason that like
the way that cell phones and TVs put you in a fucking trance.
they do, man.
Like when you're just like, have you ever looked at a kid staring at a TV or a tablet? They're not there. There's nothing there. They're
yeah,
fucking
and
just
it's weird how
like
engaged they are.
They don't blink.
Like that's what fucks me up. And I would say like I wouldn't say I'm the worst kind. I take various hiatuses from social media, but I do them in different increments. Some people would say like, oh, you know, if you're taking a hiatus from social media, you got to drop all this shit. Well, between, you know, podcasting and comedy, I can't really do that.
It's hard for me to put social media down because I feel like if I'm not posting,
Then I'm not getting it.
then
I'm
people
not
aren't going to want to show
right,
up.
and I'm not keeping my brand.
Yeah.
So I think, especially when you're working to establish a brand, I feel like I have to be very engaged.
I hate
with
taking
social
pictures of
media.
myself in videos. So like if I do one, some of them come off sincere and I'm trying to be funny. Like I don't like taking pictures, and I take a lot of them now for Instagram. Right? It's like I feel obligated.
No, I was just saying the other day I have got to start posting on Instagram. The last thing I posted on Instagram wasn't even of me. It was of I was promoting someone else on my own Instagram page that I have not posted very many photos of myself on. So I've really got to fix
But on the flip, social media does allow for a lot of badass stuff.
that.
Like
It does.
OZ the Hitmaker, whenever he put out that Say in Pride video, I found him on Facebook, sent him a message, or I think I found him on Instagram and sent him a message and was like, hey, is it cool if I use this on the podcast? He said yes. So I was able to okay it through the artist, you know what I mean? Instead
Yeah.
of just hoping it's okay or not being able to play the song
I think
at all.
I think
You can
that's
reach
also
out
really
to
dope.
people
And then
really easily now.
I think the aspect of it when you mention reaching out to people, how easy it is to share information. So if a child goes missing, if there's an epidemic, if there's a crisis,
Right
if
now, a
there's-
child goes missing within 300 miles. You and I, all three of us, are going to get a text message.
we're
Probably
gonna
at
get Amber
different.
alerts.
We're going to get it at different times
You can
depending
go
on what
on
network
any,
you're on.
You can go on any various social media
If you
site.
guys are on
and
AT&T and Verizon, y'all get y'all's first. 15 minutes later, my phone will go off because I'm on Sprint. But you know what I'm saying? We all will receive it
we all get the damn notification.
eventually.
And I've also seen posts on social media, like on social media sites like Twitter, where an individual is simply saying like, "Hey, it allows for, as we all know, I think an aura of sensitivity, but I think it also allows for an openness of positivity because like at any given moment, I can see somebody being hyped up in the best way." But you can also see people like being dragged in the worst way.
Yeah.
So it's a complex and it's a balance.
Like Reddit's a dark place, but they'll solve crimes for you. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, no, like
they're
Reddit
a bunch
is
of assholes, but they'll get shit done.
Reddit is just not a road you want to go down. Like, and Twitter, like
Don't
Twitter
ever post something you're proud of on there. They'll just call you a cunt.
Right, they'll totally rip it
You
apart. I would
don't?
say like some of my favorite sites have to be Tumblr and Twitter for the way they allow.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what Tumblr is, and Twitter evades my
they
intelligence. I don't know how to use
some of
it.
my favorites, and I think I think Twitter helps me keep my sanity, like in today's climate. Simply because of the way you're able to build your profile, the things you want to see, the things you engage in, and then the way it really does touch on real world issues.
I like Instagram because I don't have to see anything I don't want to see. Like Facebook, motherfuckers will post like animal abuse videos and ruin your fucking
Facebook
day.
is just a place. When I want to have a mental breakdown, I go to Facebook because the same low ass
And you'll get it before
deadbeats-
the fucking little uncover video screen. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
like-
you'll scroll by it, and then the next time you scroll by it, it's like the covered video, so you don't have to see it. But the first time you see it,
Man, no, the same fucking low ass deadbeats that are on Facebook are like they were there in high school. Like nobody really exists there. But you post there, you do a lot of promoting there. People show up to let you know what events they're going to and what's happening. And people always show up on Facebook for a sense of accomplishment or a sense of deep sorrow. Like period. Like or anger.
or
Like,
funny. You try to be funny.
Right.
I try to
you
post.
always show up for those things.
But they have those videos, man. And once you click on one, you get like 30 more that you can.
That is annoying. When I saw that feature was
it's
added, I was
great.
like, yo.
I was mad at first.
Yo, no.
Dude, I love it now. Because,
It's like I just rolled through these.
dude, I find so many great videos of just the funniest shit. Like, there's this guy who, like, he's like in this jacket, and he's like, I'm a swell guy, I'm a cool guy, I'm a nice enough guy. But when I get a little sugar in me, I get a little cuckoo. Like, and I was, dude, I'm dying. Like, I'm at work, just in tears. Like, and then the next video's equally funny. It's that kid Dennis throwing the basketball with the girl on the bike. You know what I mean? Like, I would have never found half these videos if it wasn't for that little scroll down.
I really don't know what to say to that. I mean, I appreciate your enthusiasm, and it makes me happy to see you happy. Skylar.
That's it. But like that's the only good. But yeah, every now and then there's a murder video in the mix. That's what you got to be careful for.
No, you do. There's like some weird stuff. I saw a hilarious video on Facebook where they went out and they were basically like, all of my friends are in relationships, and I'm fine because I chose to go with food. So what if I'm a little overweight? So then he was like mimicking his friends, and he was like, girl, he cheated on me or whatever. And he held up a box of Raisin Bran, and he was like, what's crazy? This Raisin Bran can't use a phone. So, and it can't go anywhere. So I don't have to worry about where it is. And it's just always there when I need it. So you can choose a man, or you can go with me and choose food.
I will say this: my favorite posts on Facebook are usually screenshots of Twitter. Like
yes.
whenever it's someone
That's
posts
what
something,
I
and then it's the
see
first
it there
comment
first
is
because
hilarious.
I spend most of my time on Twitter.
That
like
shit's
I come
so
to
funny.
Facebook at the very end of the day, and I'm like, I've seen it, saw it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remind me. I hope I remember. Whenever we're done, I want to show you this video I shared yesterday. It's like these two sets, like they're like beefing with each other. It's like, yo, don't ever come over to our block, yada yada yada. And then it shows them like taking a video exactly where they took the video, and then like it gets so nice. Like they become like the most polite people. And it's just super funny, but it's clearly a joke. I think it's like all things comedy or something like that. But it was one of the funniest. I like that. And then sponsored videos on Facebook are dope because you get to find a lot of
That's
really cool
true.
artists.
I think it depends on
That's
what
how I found OZ the Hitmaker.
I think it depends somewhat on what your algorithm looks like. And I'm not there a lot, so I don't think my algorithm gets enough attention. Like, it's probably as old as my Facebook.
It is kind of weird. Like, do you ever have this happen? Like, we're like right now, if we talked about like John Deere tractors for
sure.
for like 3 minutes,
It would happen, yeah. For
yeah,
sure,
it's gonna pop up on your feed.
Yeah, I've just kind of, a lot of people look into it. They get kind of outraged, and I've just kind of accepted, it's not like I'm going to stop using my cell phone.
I can tell you their algorithms aren't great because they have me labeled as a Republican on Facebook. They say I'm like conservative, which I guess could be considered conservative, but I think if people know me, they wouldn't peg me as a conservative. You know what I mean? So like clearly the algorithm can't be 100%
I don't
accurate.
think so. I think it's just a weird
I watch a lot of conservative videos because they make me laugh.
and I think that's what it follows. The only things it can track, clearly there are some verbal responses, but we talk about everything we do. So the things you do accomplish, A little off.
Everything all right? Cool. But yeah, no, the social media, like back to like what we were talking about. It can't be good. It can't be like that. This much paying attention to screens, like just think about right now. Like I have my computer. We each have a phone. My TV. That's that's 5 screens plus my
Right.
tablet. 6 screens in this room right now.
Game system.
Yeah, and like all that's just to take attention. Like it seems like the only thing people and companies are competing for now is our attention. Like how long can they make us pay attention? You know what I mean?
That's true. Like, not only how long can they make us pay attention, but how can they replicate? I wouldn't say replicate. More or less, like, well, no, replicate's not what I was looking for, but rather, how can they manipulate, like, what we might be interested in, or like what views and opinions we might have.
I was watching a video
like
that
our
said
social circles.
that they can like manipulate your well, Facebook openly, like they admitted to doing this test where like they had like control groups. Let's say hypothetically you received nothing but positive a feed, like your whole feed on Facebook was just positive. Like there was no negativity. You weren't seeing anything negative. Like people's like, my day is terrible. You weren't getting that. I was getting nothing but negative. And like they were watching how it affected people's moods and like what they would do on their day to day and stuff like that. Google, I watched a video that guy had a phone on airplane mode and his other phone just on whatever, like silent or something like that. Neither one of them had a SIM card, and they were able to like go in and see where Google tracked them.
Mm-hmm.
And it had it pinpointed down to the point where they're pretty sure this was the moment you were getting out of the car. Whenever you pulled up here and did this, you took this. Like it's accurate, man. And like seems crazy. It seems, I don't know. Is that not nuts to you, dude?
I guess like no, it definitely is. But if
And
you're
we just
me,
have to swallow it.
Like if you're me, you have like you no longer you're like that. It is what it is. Like okay, hey.
How long have you seen that movie In Time with Justin
Yes.
Timberlake? How long until we're there, dude?
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
like dead ass. Like I would like be like, oh, hey, while we're here, the government tracks us. If you're me, like.
What if Trump came out right now and just said all the truth? He's like, yeah, we're tracking you, da 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 da. Like like we were laughing the other day. What if every conspiracy theory is real? Like we live in a computer simulation. The Earth is flat. Like, but it's also there is outer space. Aliens are real. Like it's all real. Everything's real. Like Trump just came out and said it. Like we
I
just have to
don't
like it'd be chaotic for a little while.
Sometimes it really fucks me up, and it really, really gets a little weird
What?
when like it seems like predictions are happening, and that's the only thing that really fucks me up.
It blew my mind. Like I don't think
Like The Simpsons really fucks
We
me up, but I fuck
proved-
with them heavily. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
watch that show every Saturday,
I will also watch the videos that are like they predicted some shit. Like I have
and
to.
I know they did.
And I wanna
but
watch it. I have to
I
watch it.
don't watch it because I don't want to address it.
I
You
have
see,
to.
That's what being an adult is.
No, see, I think it's the opposite. I love that. I love that feeling. I love conspiracy theories. I don't know why. And like most of them I don't believe in, but I love.
No, I love fucking with him. Like, have you read the one on Avril Lavigne?
No.
No,
Did she
dude.
died or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, same thing with Dave Chappelle. Apparently Dave Chappelle's been replaced with a clone.
Right, and then like the one on Tupac.
Yeah, well that's a classic. That's
That's like but the one on Avril Lavigne really fucked me up because they went in depth, side by side pictures, like handwriting. They're doing the most. Like,
I like watching these. Like the flat Earth is a great example because, like you said, it fucked you up. I like putting myself in that mindset of like, dude, these guys really believe this to the point where they put together a 2.5-hour video very well.
like exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Doesn't that fuck you up? Like,
Yeah, it's-
and then you consider like what their jobs are in real life.
they probably work at like
and
Wendy's.
you're just like, bitch, because it's literally cinema quality shit. You're dead ass just. Wow.
You got the
I mean,
fade ins, the
hey,
fade outs.
Like that's good
like,
point.
Perfect. Like you did so much research. You're
You're
able to
just
find all these
Like you were dead ass
pictures
just
and
like,
examples.
hey, that's I like that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I really, and like, you'll be like, this is batshit crazy. There's no way this is real. But at the same time, I'll watch a 2.5-hour like documentary over something I don't believe in just because if it's interesting. Like documentary, that's one thing about Netflix I think is dope. You can
I
just go
love
find a
Netflix.
documentary.
I love their like demographic of documentaries.
They have everything.
They really do. It's so diverse, and it's such good shit. Like, you always find something that you really, really watch, and then it could lead you to like a show adaptation of that particular subject that you like. That's happened to me once or twice.
I found a documentary called The Wolf Pack
I have heard of it.
about these kids that never, like, they live in New York in this like high-rise building. They never went outside,
Wow.
and they would they would recreate movies. Like, they would go through and write the whole script for Reservoir Dogs, make costumes, and like
What the
very
fuck?
accurate costumes,
What the fuck?
like
Why?
in badass props. Like, their guns, I actually had like
How?
chambers.
They never went outside.
Yeah, they made it out of like he has this crazy, and I think it's the cover, this badass. It looks if you're at a distance, it looks like the Christian Bale Batman suit. Like, you can tell it's not it, but dude, it's really impressive how close they got it, and it's made out of like cereal boxes and yoga mats and stuff like that. Like, it's really, really impressive. But yeah, like, I just one day was scrolling through, saw these creepy kids, was like, oh, dude, boop, click it. Like, I've seen so many crazy documentaries on there that, like, documentaries are cool because it gives you a glimpse into a world that you're unfamiliar of. Like, you don't really understand. Like, I saw a small documentary about this guy who openly admitted to being a hitman and killing 31 people. It's like, that sounds fake. That sounds like, I thought that only happened in like James Bond movies. I didn't realize that there's real, I mean, you kind of think there are, but like, it seems like that's a Hollywood thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I would agree. And I think, I don't know. Yeah, I can't really dispute it in any way. I always like to see if I can dispute something, though.
Just seems like I would never wake up thinking like, oh, there's a hitman out there right now.
You're right.
You know, like,
Just you know what? I'm gonna die today.
I never see a guy in an Applebee's like, I wonder if he's one of them. You know, like, it's not something you think about
That
regularly.
guy over there, I've seen him around town.
And this guy didn't
many
look-
times.
And you think hitman would be like handsome? Like, this dude had like fucking teeth, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, big old, like, in no way would you have been like, that's the hitman. Like, that's the garbage guy. That's our garbage man.
That's why he's the hitman.
Right. He just hides in plain sight. Nobody looks at him.
Nobody thinks he's anybody special. And the next thing you
They
know,
just think he's
dead,
homeless.
deceased.
They just think he's home.
You're
This
done.
homeless guy is following me.
You're dead. You're done.
But I was gonna show you this video by Echo. This dude is another guy I found on Facebook. This is Echo Free Verse 4. You guys go to his I almost said Facebook. You can go to his Facebook page as well, but go to his YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. It's EKOH. This song is called The Free Verse 4. I think he's I saw a video on Instagram today that he's totally gonna be doing the one take contest again this year. So I'm excited about that. But you guys check it out. Like, he's 100% independent.
The quality is great. Location is
That will
amazing.
hype success, cause I know it's all fake. Can't express how I feel when I feel that it's all the same. So just give me one for the road. I'm tired of being alone. From the fans with the love in my soul, I let it run, let it run, let it run. Oh, what up? Yeah, I'm back, I don't need a minute. Never falling off track, I don't see the finish. Living here, you motherfuckers only seen the visit. Jumping head first, you don't even got your feet
To
up
think
in
of
it.
him being
Everybody got a
independent,
chance
this is
to write
really
hard. Everybody
exceptional.
got a voice
Yeah.
using the
Video
right
quality
words.
is
Talking about the guns,
really
taking
great.
pieces, my person sitting at the keyboards, having us fight words. Like I don't wanna see another rapper with some hate up in my comment section. Like maybe give me spend a little time on this shit and less time hating mine. Like you're trying to convince yourself that you
Is
ain't
it
wasting
Mad
your time
Max
on a
I'm
dream.
thinking of?
Trying to be a hotshot, Charlie Sheen, and I'm allergic to the bullshit that everybody brings. So I'm rolling to the show with a pocket of antihistamines. Yeah, set a body to beat, cause anyone who put me up against a proper beat. Fuck the fashion, I just put another heart in the sleeve. You need a doctor for your head, and I ain't talking about beats now. Yeah. It's a different dimension, and the upside down with this black shit is evident. But they still argue the best one to 10 with them. I do not question, bitch. I am 11, like you don't understand this. I hopped out the mothership, crashed and landed, and got a fan base like a rock and stand with. I murder shit, hang with me, Aaron Hernandez. They like where you been though. I'm on the inside, world is a window. And I remember when things were so simple, but You don't talk, but you're saying a lot now. Spread wings and they got me shot down. Lost friends to the game and dropped out. They try to bring it up, but my father's not around. These thoughts coming and I'm starting to go low. And I don't even really have a time for those ghosts. I got a little voice in my head you don't know, but I don't need a Death Star plan to go rogue. And looking at a page, but it's blank like tough luck. And got a lot of people that are hoping I'm done stuck. And ripping up my heart cause I dealt with enough love. You think I get what you think, you got me fucked up. I'm losing and giving you everything. All your judgment is prior to sentencing. Motherfuckers ain't even a second string, moving so fast and so high. Now amphetamines out, I'm just freaking out. Let me breathe when the heart's gone cold. Mr. Freeze, thought I'd seen it all, but I couldn't believe. And all these dudes started hating cause I don't smoke trees. But see, I just don't really have the time to come happy to define where I fit into the lines. When the point is to confine, I find that everything has been designed. But I'm trying to water down all the messages in my rhymes. So they got me in a bind, looking to write the right song and make it out of the underground blind. That sign on to anyone willing to make a record that I'm on. They're taking away control, starting the clock at this time bomb. I'm too dirty, y'all heard me. Got my whole party against me, go Bernie. And if these labels still trying to sign me, get them on the phone, Bill O'Reilly, yeah. Now everyone knows that I'm probably losing it. 2 jobs, 2 loves, 1 movement. Mission impossible, some cruise shit. No label, no management. My job, my life, my energy. No walls, no roadblocks. If anything, I got enough love from fans to battle everything, yeah. I don't really know what you take me for, but I don't think that I can take no more. I'm about to do it all again. Got some voices in my head and they wanna see me fall down. I don't really know what you take me for, but I don't think that I can take no more. I'm about to do it all again. Got some voices in my head and they wanna see me fall down.
That's good. I like that.
Dude, he's one of my favorite artists by far, man. I was gonna play Pickle Rick, but I've played it like 30 times already on this, and I'm pretty sure people are fucking tired of hearing it. So that's the only reason I played a different song today, guys. Yeah, Echo, man, dude's doing some badass stuff. You guys make sure to go check him out. He's out of Las Vegas.
Oh, fuck it up. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's and like he said, he's gonna be doing the one take contest with Futuristic. This they do like Ollie Dominique is what I was showing you before.
Yeah.
This is his verse right here from that contest. Dude, once again, it was the free verse 1. It was the first one he did. It was badass, man.
Dope.
But yeah, man. So you're gonna be at the open mic on Wednesday?
I plan on it. I plan to be there. I do.
You gotta come on. I love the 806 crowd. They give you so
No, they
much
do.
love.
They are great. They are a really great crowd. They are very receptive. I had the best time there last time. It's always cool to go, and it's always cool to see the acts that aren't me and doing what I'm doing, and just it's really dope to see.
And people are showing up, dude.
Yeah, and I think it creates such an open environment, and people are so willing to show their talents and to really give it a shot.
I think it's impressive that people show up to watch. Like
Yeah.
that's like before I was
They're
performing.
genuinely supportive, and then you blend that with a natural crowd that stays at the 806, and I think it's a real raw energy, and it's cool, and the vibe that the 806 holds in and of itself, it's just some dope ass shit.
And I've had people from out of town tell me that too, because like I was talking to a New York comic, and he was like, when you go to an open mic in New York, it's nothing but comedians. So the crowd is terrible. Like you would never want to perform for just us. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna be watching. Like we're listening. Like we're not like we might laugh a little bit, but like your punchlines aren't gonna hit as hard with us as it would a crowd who's like there to enjoy you. Like we're listening. Like where is your idea going? Like how? Oh, I like how you did that. You know what I mean?
Right. That's exactly what we do. Like I'm never like really laughing.
It's like the big laughs, like the big punchlines
You're
that
laughing.
that'll make you laugh. But like all your little setups, like we're listening. You
That's
know what I mean?
all we're doing.
So I think it's cool that the 806 people show up. Like we have a crowd. We have somebody to
and
tell
I
our
think
jokes
it's really
to. That's
dope.
not just the performers.
Yeah, and then when
It's
you
not
have,
just the guy who's scared to go up next.
when you have an open mic night like you have at the 806, where singers are welcome, spoken word is welcome, like it opens up the door
It's
to
a crazy mix.
It's so fun. Like I don't know how else to say it, and we kill it every time. Being the last up there, we kill it every time. It's so great.
And Thomas, man, his energy's through the roof.
His spoken word, even the old shit, put me in my feelings.
Man, have you heard the one where he's talking about quicksand yet?
Yes.
That one.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote it.
Wow. I was to my core.
That was such and like
And he performs it so well.
yeah, and like I like whenever he has his papers, and like he'll just drop them. Like you know what I mean? Like I've never watched poetry before I started performing. You know, like I didn't go to the 806. I had a bad experience there when I was 18. I was on ecstasy and somebody was playing an accordion.
I believe it.
It was my first time there, and I was like, I'll never come back here. Like this was the worst night of my life.
Yeah, I believe it.
And then 23 or 4 go back to perform like to an open mic, and like dude, just to see how everybody was into it. Everybody. And like I like if like I've been up there and started stumbling, dude, and not know what to say next, kind of freeze up.
Yeah, no,
And
it's happened to me.
They don't
as
just
well.
stay quiet. They're like, you got this.
Yeah, no, they're
keep
so
going. Don't worry about it. You
supportive.
got this.
They're like the way they clap, the way they engage, like it's all good shit. Like I've never had a dull moment at the 806 when I hit that stage, and everybody was always there for the build up and the anticipation. And I think I'm the livest at the 806. That was the first place I did stand up. Period. And I think there's such a great energy to come back and like to do it again and again. And I think I'm the loosest. Because I know what I'm getting from the crowd.
See, I think it's not as the 806 is not as scary as Whiskey
Yeah,
River.
no, I'm not, I know what I'm getting from the crowd.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like if there was a place to bomb, I'd want to bomb at the 806.
Yeah, because they would still love you.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that's where I test the most, like of like some of my material.
Like, how can I go about saying this? You know what I mean? Like, and like I was telling Thomas this too. Because it is a little bit more of a tender crowd, like you do have to watch kind of what you say.
Right.
It's like at Whiskey, you can pretty much say whatever you want.
I mean, and we wild out. We
Yeah.
really do.
But
the
at the
topics
806,
can
you
go.
have to be a little bit more professional.
Right, and I think it's also important to remember that the crowd ranges like from 18 to 21. 16, 15, you know, like, and then you have us. I was drinking mimosas, like,
Yeah,
so.
I go next door to Braceros and I get a little tipsy.
No,
before
I
go.
was just getting the mimosas straight from the 806.
I drink there too, but
They
I hit the margaritas next door at
now those
Braceros.
$2 margaritas will fuck you up. They taste just like
just
lemonade.
let you drink them through
And
a
then
straw.
have you ever had?
They don't even stop you.
No, they don't. And then have you ever seen like they give you a fucking sample? Have you ever gotten a sample at Bracero? It's the fucking size of this drink right here, dude. It's half of this cup. That's a fucking sample to them.
Oh man, I'm
And
gonna start
I
asking for
got
a bunch of samples.
I got a free ass drink that night. I was like, she told me the price, and I was like, no, I don't want to buy that, but thank you. Like, I got a free ass drink.
That's crazy. But yeah, I go over there, drink a couple margaritas through a straw, and then
I can bang those bitches out. I had like 6 one night.
If
It's
you
so
show up
easy to
early
drink
enough,
out.
you'll see me walking the 806, like look around for a second, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go next door, and then I come back like, hey, like all smiles and shit, like, hey, let's fucking do this.
No, like I can bang those bitches out. Oh, don't get me started. Let me get a fajita, a beef fajita in that bitch.
You know what's
with
crazy
some
is the
motherfucking
fajita night
margaritas.
is Wednesday night, so it's all like the night that we perform at the 806 is also discount fajitas.
I'm gonna have to go have a beef fajita and a bang of margaritas
Yeah.
with Skylar.
I always get up there early and I go hang out at Bracero. They know me now to the point where they're like, margaritas. I'm like, nah, I need a menu today. Like, they're like, really? Okay.
Really? Oh,
Th-
wow.
last-
Don't know
last-
this guy.
Last Wednesday was the first time I actually, or like the last 806 was the first time I actually got food. I've been doing this for like 3 years. It's just been margaritas for the last 3 years.
They were probably like, wow, changing his lifestyle.
They're like,
and
oh shit, he must have got a job.
Wow. That or he's depressed.
Finally eating, dude. Proud of you. Proud of you.
His liver, he probably has cancer.
Oh,
He's
come on.
dying.
That's so sad. Don't say that. I'm smoking a cigarette right now.
Oh,
That's scary. I was thinking about that shit earlier. I was like, I gotta stop smoking, man.
damn, Scott.
Let's end on that sad note.
I mean, hey, I'm good with that.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning into the weekly. Do you have any? You want to plug one more time your Instagram and all
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. You can follow me. It's just Nikia. That's Nikia. And you can also check us out on RealTlk News at Facebook and
Top
Instagram.
5 rundown.
Damn it, don't start that shit. I will walk out right now. And that is Talk Without an A. That's with Joshua Pearson and DJ Roro, who you can check out on 93.1 The Beat. I don't know what days he's there because I'm a terrible friend, but I think it's most days, if not like every day. I feel like Ro's always DJing.
You just listen to him all the time anyway.
You really, like, you never know when Ro's not DJing. Also, if you want to see innovative live mixes, Ro does those live on the show on Real Talk. So check us out. Come out to Whiskey River. God motherfucking
Come out to
damn
Whiskey
it.
though.
Yeah, no,
whenever
when
it's-
that
when we're there.
happens.
Yeah, make sure you're there when
But
that
this
happens.
Wednesday, come to the 806, where you'll see me, most importantly. And sure, Skylar will be there.
Probably.
But newer is better.
Oh, mean. Yeah, and make sure to follow Yell City Comedy on Facebook, YouTube, all that. Make sure to like and subscribe, whatever people say at the end of these things.
Yes, like, subscribe, share. Give us all the love and
I
attention.
wonder if you can subscribe to my... I have a YouTube channel, so you can...
Yeah, you can subscribe to YouTube channels and podcasts, Gramps.
Hey. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
All right.